Everyone keeps saying we need reprints. Pokey Danny Phantom, Cardinal Gaming, this guy, all these people. Now, they're not wrong. Reprints have worked in the past, but I don't think it's reprints that will save us this time. So, when the last big boom happened, we saw Evolving Skies get up to about 150, 160, okay? And then around that time, a bunch of reprints occurred, and you saw that price knocked down, almost down to $100 a booster box, right? You couldn't get rid of the stuff. Same thing with Fusion Strike, a bunch of other sets. Vivid Voltage. Now, I think that worked, but that's because most prices were hovering MSRP or slightly above. So it was able to bring it down. But right now, we are seeing prices at double to triple all booster box releases, okay? I don't think a reprint will really bring it down that much. I think we need something else. So before we dive into that, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. Do you think reprints are coming? Now, last time it did work, but prices weren't as crazy as they are now. The amount they'd have to reprint to cut the price in half is insane. And especially when people already see the price of like Destined Rivals around $350, right? They're kind of looking at it like, that's the price. Reprint happens, they're going to grab that price, and they may not try and sell it right away to flip it. They may wait for that price to stay at the $350 or get higher, right? So we see this with waived releases. Prices will go down slightly, but honestly, like, the price is kind of baked in already at that point. When it's at MSRP or slightly below, a reprint does knock it down significantly. But when it's this high, there's too much money involved. And a lot of people can be patient because they know, hey, if I got it at MSRP or at wholesale, it will eventually go back up. So they may not be in no rush to sell it anymore. Especially seeing that it's $350 like a month at release, a month after release, they may just hold on to it. So I don't think reprints will really help that much, even if they dump a ton of it. Because even if stores like me panic sell, drop the price, you'll see those flippers just buy it all up, understanding the price will go up, and understand the price could triple, quadruple in like a month. So I don't think we'll get them out of that hobby. And that's really what we got to do. We got to get those flippers, people who go wipe off shelves with the sole intent of selling it as quickly as possible. What I think has to happen, and I could be wrong, comment down below if you disagree. I'm wrong on a lot of things. That is, well, instead of telling you why I think, let's create a scenario here. Let's say Pokemon just gives up on all former sets of booster boxes and ETBs. They can keep putting packs in collection boxes because they need to do that for competitive play. But let's say Pokemon decides to go, hey, we're not reprinting anything yet until we cool the market. We're going to put all of our effort on the next set. We're going to stop printing this. We'll delay it. They won't delay a main set release, but they will delay premium boxes, collector boxes, things like of that nature. So let's say Pokemon put all their effort into the next set. So all those stores are clickety-clackety, hitting up the distributor, like, man, the market's so crazy right now. Give me 5,000 booster boxes, even though they normally only get 50 booster boxes. And then allocation time comes where the distributor will call up the stores. That guy is looking to hear, oh, hey, you're going to get 55 booster boxes. Yes, I just made a lot more money. But they get the call and they're like, okay, yeah. So Pokemon called us. Here's your allocations. You're getting 500 booster boxes. That's 10 times more than they expected. Well, that happens to every single store, right? They get a significant more amount, and Pokemon's able to meet demand at release. This will have a downstream effect. Once that latest set is cheap and easily affordable, people will put their attention on buying that and ripping it open. Instead of going and buying Destined Rivals for $350 a box, imagine everyone just opening Mega Evolutions for $100 a box. They could buy 3 booster boxes for the price of 1 Destined Rivals. People would end up focusing on that set. Well, those people who bought up the Destined Rivals, the Surging Sparks, the Twilight Masquerades, they're not having the sales now. And now they're sitting on this inventory. End of the month, time to pay your bills pop up. Oh gosh, I don't have the money. I got to lower the price. And then quickly we will see that race to the bottom on TCG Player. 250, 240, 230, 210, 200, 180, 160, 130, $100. I don't think it'll get down to $100. I can see about 130, 140. Slightly below MSRP, but not near wholesale. So, if Pokemon would print and just focus solely on the release and not worry about reprints at first, and just put all their attention on the next set coming out and try and triple the print run size, I think that will flood the market, because now that latest set never had the price baked in. By release, that $120 mark, $130 mark is going to be established. Those flippers are going to look at that and be like, oh crap, I'm not going to buy any of that. I can't flip it. Pokemon Center's $160. Best Buy's $160. Walmart's $160. GameStop's $280 now. They won't clear off the shelves. So people can easily go get the product whenever they want to. No more long lines, no more rush. Those flippers are in panic and think, oh god, they're going to do this with the next set now. And it's going to be like that the next set. I'm done with Pokemon. I'm not focused on this anymore. Let's get rid of the inventory. Let's sell it. Okay? 1, they got to pay bills. 2, they will see the future projections aren't hopeful. Where if they think things are going to go, are quickly going to pick back up, they won't hop out. So you flood the market of the current set. This gets people to ignore the ones that are sky high. Then Pokemon can start going back and reprinting those old sets, right? People can now currently have a set they can afford. So the price of that won't go up. But then they can start printing the older ones and slowly wean the price down on that. Because now people have a choice. They can go, hey, Pokemon did do a reprint, but Destin's still at 200. Well, Emerald Sky that's coming out is still only $100. I'm going to wait for Emerald Sky. I'm going to put in pre-orders for that. I'm not buying that Destin Rivals. Then Pokemon does a second reprint of Destin Rivals. Down to 150 now. So, I think Pokemon should really focus on putting all their attention on the next releases. Instead of trying to backfill the previous issue, it's kind of like trying to fill up a hole that's constantly filling up with water, right? It might just be best to stop digging that hole, go further uphill and start digging a hole there. Then once the rain stops, then go back down and start digging that hole again. But no matter how much you keep digging, how much more depth you add to that hole, it's going to keep filling it up with scalpers. That wasn't a threat. I promise. We're not putting scalpers in holes. Some people may argue that. I'm not. That was a metaphor. Maybe not the best metaphor, but it's the best metaphor I can come up with for why Pokemon should focus all on the latest set and future sets and stop focusing on past sets for reprints. Instead, get things caught up, then go back and reprint. I don't care if it's 2 years later, go back and reprint once things stabilize. But this halfway game of let's focus on the new set, but you know what? We really need to print these old sets, so let's put 30% of our printers on the older sets and then the 70% on the new sets. Well, then neither of them really can have an impact. We need Pokemon to focus solely on the next set. Now, I could be wrong. Comment down below if you think I'm wrong and you don't think that would work at all, that Pokemon should just stop printing sets and just reprint all the older sets. I don't think that would be good. I think that could really harm Pokemon. Not in the market price way, but in competitiveness, which makes up most of the people. And people won't enjoy the hobby anymore because they're stuck with the same old decks. So, let me know down below. I'm Elias from BulbaCards. We will see you here next time.